Well, I've done my morning walk. I'm sore like you wouldn't believe from all of the working out I've done. Um, it's pretty much been a week solid that I've stuck to the plan. And I gotta say, one of the biggest things that shifted me is like I've done so much work in the past, well, even this past year. Thanks to YouTube, I've healed so much. It's regained the confidence that I needed to feel. I couldn't remember that feeling of confidence and certainty. It's like all of these water bottles that I'm drinking, when you go into the level of pain, like try shifting off the feeling of pain. I mean, the deepest, darkest, most painful experience of your life, try not making that chemical and experiencing something else. It's kind of challenging. Why? Because you forget what it feels like to feel anything different. So that's where this bottled water comes in, is you really have to train your brain to remember what was it that it felt like to feel love and happiness, because it's been a long time. Um, and so you really, really have to work at trying to remember when it was that you felt love, and try to remember what did it feel like. So you do have to, it's like you're going in and out of different dimensions of perspective. And when you're in pain, all of a sudden your perspective of everything that you see out in the world is going to be dead wrong, just because of how you're feeling. So, wearing high heels, my God, that does something to me. Like, it's a major, major shift. And it's because if you change the way the body holds itself, it forces it to think and feel a different way. If you're really, really depressed, your shoulders will curve down and your head will be down. So when you see these really, really old people that are all bent over, you know damn well that they spent their life looking down at the world. You have to, in order to train your body to be deformed in that way. One cell has to tell another cell that has to tell another cell what to do. So you can pretty well tell how people are perceiving their world by what shape their body is in. And for me, it's high heels, because I don't know, they put this attitude in me that I'm back. Like you have to stand really, really tall or you look funny as shit. And like, I cannot stand seeing people in high heels and not look damn hot in high heels. Otherwise, you look like the biggest fool. You look like either you hold it with confidence, or all of your lack of confidence shows through in high heels. And you have to, in order to have perfect posture, to stand up perfectly in high heels, your head has to be high. And it's like, try lifting your head that high and have posture like that, and it's like boom, confidence. So it's like when I went to that meeting that bombed, which I take responsibility. Obviously, I was offended by him telling me I couldn't get anywhere because I'm unemployed, that I left the room, because it's like, how do you change a mind that's closed? Which I should have been able to just say, that's a limited belief. Um, I should have been able to call him on his shit right then and then, which means I'm not ready yet. I'm not quick enough. Which, if I did see doing it on a TV show, it's like they'd have to be so patient with me, because I don't know if I could be that quick enough. Not in the beginning. Lights, camera, nervous as hell. To get out of that would be a little challenging. But anyways, I wanted to focus on two. I'm having lots of thoughts about Oprah and this Finding Sarah, and what's really, really going on. And Oprah keeps saying the words, we're not ready, we're not ready. And so, in her perception, it's not like the world isn't ready. I mean, there's a lot of people that are ready. She is the one that isn't ready. So, what is it that Oprah's not ready to face yet? And our biggest gifts will be in our biggest challenge. And she has declared her weight issue is her biggest challenge. That's something no money in the world is able to overcome that problem. So if she went into her own problem to find out what the solution is, she'd be ready. In the meantime, she's kind of looking like her worst enemy. Um, Kind of look at the slavery mentality and what was usually happening. The slave master always has more money than the slaves. And where is Oprah's stature? Does she appear to have more money than most other people? She's basically turned into her enemy. This is what they used to call you've turned into an Uncle Tom. And by making us believe greed is, you know, you are loving, you are the best, the smartest, if we use money as that measuring tool, then that's how we find acceptance for being totally wealthy. Is thinking that this is the American dream. This is what everybody needs to strive for. But the only way that that's possible is if you have different tiers in your economic system. You need a split in the system. You need the rich and you need the poor. So, I mean, if you're going to acknowledge a reality that the only way you can be wealthy is by having a two-tiered or three-tiered or four-tiered, whatever, as long as you agree there needs to be different classes of society for it to function, then you are dealing with a mentality of slavery, a slave master and the little slaves to do all of the work. So, when you look at Finding Sarah and you see the intuitive message that the Susie Orman was saying is, your problem, Sarah, is you want to know the answer to everything. And I mean, you really passionately need to know the answers to everything. It's very intuitive because clearly that's what she is. And you can see that in her life experiences. Obviously, if you want to know the answers to everything, you have to go into the biggest, darkest problem there is on the planet. And the biggest, darkest problem is our corporate structure, which is run by the Queen. The royal family is nothing but CEO representatives of the whole global corporate structure that we think is all split up into different countries, but we're not different countries. As long as we have this globalization and free trade, and we are at any point in time, as soon as we started trading, we are joined. We are no longer split up by our countries. We are one planet using this global economic system that we've all agreed to, which means in our global structure, you have to have third world countries and the American dream. Well, the American dream, if you notice, comes with a lot of war. Why? Because you need to dominate, kill, murder, create that third world country, create that poverty, because that's how you're earning your living from. And that's what the royal family is they have people telling them what to do, that this is your mission, you're born into this, you have no choice, you have to represent us, you're born into this family, you have an obligation. So it's not like they have a choice, because they have big bad guys that'll put them away. If they don't do the job, they'll be considered mentally ill. So they don't even know a way out, because that corporate structure is demanding them to do everything that they're doing. So here's Sarah, this loving being. If she perceives herself to be the one that is the one that's right, if that she is not a loser, that she is the most loving being on the planet, mates with what is appearing to be the most evil thing on the planet. And then she has two kids. It's like blending good and evil, you know? And so, why is this genetic event going on? To heal, to heal both sides of this love war experience. So, um, is Sarah sabotaging? No, the universe is ensuring that she isn't accepted by evil too much. You know, like, it's tempting to want all the glitz, the glamour, the power, everybody's looking at you and you are so special. I mean, that's what you're going to get if you are accepted into this royal family. So to be rejected, if they are the ones that are right, then you are the one that's more. If they are the ones that are doing everything wrong, now that we're starting to wake up to that, then Sarah would be the one that's doing everything right. And she will make sure in her universal world is there to protect her. So all of these things that she's doing that's looking like she's sabotaging herself, it's like, hey, thank you, universe, for protecting me from, because if I didn't do that, I would have been more accepted in this family. So some of the stupid things that you do that you think are destroying your life may be the very thing that's saving you. Because it's making sure you are not successful playing with evil. And God has a way of making it painful. um, but it's our mission to not turn into evil, and the way evil works is making you feel less than, making you feel like you are not the right one. So your actions, if you perceive them to be really negative, and I mean, she did sort of sell, but in her mind, she didn't see that she did anything wrong. She needed money, just like she's doing exactly what the royal family does. When they need money, they sell each other out. They stab each other in the back for a buck. That's what they do. So she's mirroring them. She just sucked at it. So um, she sucked at it for a good reason, because she's not meant to be doing that, and will be a painful lesson. And she may lose her self-esteem thinking she's not good enough. But if she can be who she knows she is, and know that she is at one with the universe and everything is good as long as she is loving herself, then she has the potential to transform that royal family. She has so much potential to wake the world up to a completely different knowing. If she wants the answers to everything, she can find them and make a massive change on this planet. I mean, that is her life purpose. But Susie Orman is like totally admitted that I'm not interested in any answers. I've given up on that. That's what saved my life. And it's like, okay, your life is safe now that you've got a lot of money, spewing out whatever comes out of your mouth that you think is right, because you got the piece of paper, and the globe is falling apart. So no matter what your advice is, something went wrong, and you want to think, oh, we just didn't save our money or it's our spending. You are so full of shit, Susie Orman, that you have not recognized the level of crime going on this planet to know there are thieves that steal your money. So she doesn't want to know the solutions to anything, which means she doesn't want to even see that there's a problem anywhere. She wants to just see how she can profit off of it. She said she doesn't care. So she doesn't care whether she's giving you good advice or not. So I really, really hope that Sarah Ferguson does not listen to people who clearly admit they are not interested in solutions. But let me tell you what I think your solution is. It's total fucking insanity. Peace out.